So guys, this is the workshop from what you guys know and what you guys mostly see. Big bench, shelves with a few stuff on it. So I'm going to go a bit more in depth of what I've been doing the past few weeks, as well as upgrades to the workshop. So one of the updates that I've made to the workshop, I was going to say shed, but I'm not in one of them anymore. So yeah, is I made a completely separate room. So let's go have a look in there. So as you're walking through the door, you're greeted by a quite a large area, as well as I decided to hang my needler poster down here rather than in my room. I also grabbed and printed out little pictures of during the build of the needler and put them all around the frame, just to give you something else to look at, so you can actually see the build of the needler. So I am happy with that. But over here, I've just got my ray gun here for now. There will be a separate video for this, just showing a lot of updates that I have and improvements that I have made to it. So I'll do a separate video for that. And next to it, I've got my printer in here. The main purpose of this room was to create a dust-free area from the workshop, so none of the dust settles onto the printer, causing some errors. I haven't yet turned the printer on in a while because I did get some thermal errors with the smart extruder.
I noticed something happened. The bottom of the print melted the print that it was doing, blowing out. It seemed like it was going to explode.
So I haven't yet turned it on since. Hopefully it works. On this side of the room, I've got two windows over there to help open up the area so it doesn't seem so small. I also added in a table and a chair. That's, well, not really a chair, it's a stool, and that's not really going there permanently. I just dragged it down from upstairs. So yeah, what it does is just open up this room a little bit better, just so you can see into the workshop. Just so that the room doesn't feel so enclosed as to what it is. So on this side, I've got the door that goes outside, and then I've just got some of my camera gear, fan, fridge, phone mat, just a little storage area. I'm not really going to build in that side of the area because all the water pipes that run through it, but I did add this roof to cover the majority of the studs that were here, and just ran the pipes underneath it. I also trimmed the pipes, just so the room looks a bit more fitted than whipped up together by someone who has no carpentry skills whatsoever. Table itself is just made of old sawhorse I had with some leftover wood, sanded and cleared. So that is the room, and yeah, so that's what I've been doing for the past few weeks. On the other side of the room, I've put these shelves here just so I can put all my paints organised, and so this is going to be a little storage area. So I've put basic stuff that I need. I've got resin fiberglass here, wood, polishing stuff, and just general stuff that I don't really need on the main bench that takes up space. So I just put it on these shelves for now. Still got a bit more organising. Here I've got some just moulds that just do nothing but sit on the bench. So one I put on the shelves, and yeah, I also created like a little backboard just so I can put these little container holders for my screws and everything in them. Say if I need a screwdriver, I just quickly go to one here, grab it out, I know where they are, and as long as I put them back, then I'll always know where they are. I've got hammers on this side, chisels on this side, pliers and some other stuff here, and yeah, just so it's a lot more easier for me to find rather than having it just lying on a bench. It's a bit more easier, and since I don't really have a backboard to the actual workbench, I can't really put them there. So for now, yeah, they're just going to sit here until I find a better idea for it. Also, one of my new tools that I've got, my new toys, CNC machine. I bought this locally for very cheap, so I managed to jump on it. So yeah, another learning curve for me to do, so I can get to start CNCing. The box itself was just made out of some leftover scrap wood that I had left over, and some tape, grip tape. It had like this hazard sort of pattern on it, so I like it. So had some plexiglass, and this actually saved me a few times because when I was doing a mid-print, I still have to calibrate the motors. They weren't moving as far as to what the machine thought it was. So they ended up breaking the drill bit, and this came flying and actually luckily hit one of the plexiglass. And if I didn't have it in a box, the noise too is actually quite loud, so it's best just to keep it in a box for also safety, because if a tool does break off and fly loose, you don't want to go on in your face. Also, I've got a computer here just so I can run it straight off the computer, since it uses a port for it. And I also bought a 10 meter printer cable, so then I can run my 3D printer in that room from this computer too, so I'm not using the wireless, because I end up having a few wireless errors every time I turn off the machine by the power plug. You'll have to drag the computer in, set it up, set up the wireless, and then it would be wireless. But every now and then the power would, like the power switch would always get turned off by accident by someone or by myself. And yeah, I'll just have to drag down the computer to turn on the wireless. So best idea is just get a really long cable, run it through the wall, and so I can connect it directly to the computer. So this also makes it easier for transferring files over. They'll be a lot more quicker rather than waiting. I think I waited 10 minutes for a Master Chief helmet file due to the size of the file and the very, very weak wireless from my computer in my room. Yeah, it just took a long time. So best to have it plugged in directly into a computer, which I'm happy with. I also created this computer on a bit of a hinge system, so I can point it out towards the shot, tilt it to wherever I want to. I can extend it back. It's just on this little system, and then push it back. So yeah, I've just been adding like little bits just to up it up a little bit, a bit more for productivity. So it's easier to use different angles, such as keyboard holder thingamabob. Still got to make a mouse one. I did make a mouse one, but it didn't work out, so I threw that aside for now. But yeah, that is the workshop. Also, one problem I had was the bandsaw, disc sander, and all those tools. They were taking up valuable bench space on the table, and since it's a 15-foot, just under 15-foot long bench, I didn't really want to take up a quarter of it just for tools that didn't really need to be there. So I ended up building a mobile cart for it, so then I can wheel it wherever I want. So I move it over here every time I use it, and I connect it to a power board which I put on this wall. And yeah, then I can use it. So when I'm done using it, just simply plug it out and put it away for storage. So yeah, it's really just one of those little upgrades that I've done to the shed, just so I'm used to being in a shed. Workshop, I'll call it that. So one just like those little upgrades, just so I can have more open space to walk around, because this isn't just my house, my area. It's also another house for the whole family, so I've got to make sure that it can fit everyone else's stuff as well as mine. Because I did have quite a large shed, and over the stuff that's been building up over the past few years, I've been getting more and more stuff. So it's just a matter of finding a spot that best suits everyone, so we're all not squished in together. So we're happy we've got enough room here to fit probably some more benches if I can. So yeah, that is the workshop. So guys, I hope you liked the video. This is just a bit more in depth of what I've been doing the past few weeks, such as building the room and all these little additions to the workshop. I spend most of the time planning and then half the time of that to actually doing it. So it's really one of those things, I try to think things through before I actually do it, as well as putting up a room. It's something where you really want to think about it. Ever since moving into this house, I actually bought a few materials over in the old house and dragged them here because I knew that I would be building this room eventually. So it's really one of those things, you spend more time planning, and it's just one of those things that just stays on your mind. So building the ray gun is my main priority now that I've completed the room, and I'm happy with it. Just got to do some final touch-ups on the decor and a few things with the carpet. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing for the past few weeks. And so yeah, be sure to subscribe if you like my videos. Feel free to hit the like button. If you dislike it, go for it. So what I'll be doing now is finishing off the ray gun. I'll do a separate video for that. After that, I'm going to finish off the Guardian helmet, and hopefully by the time I've done the Guardian helmet, I would have able to buy the Vectric software, which is about $600 for the CNC machine. And once I get that up and running, I'll start pumping out some products. So be sure to check out my next video coming up. It should be the ray gun, if I can find enough space on my hard drive to do all the different camera angles. But yeah, I should be doing the ray gun soon enough. Get that finished, sold in the next few weeks, if I can get it all painted out and yeah, ready for selling. And then after that, Guardian, CNC some stuff, and yeah. So I'll check you guys in the next video. Cheers.